Hey,
Hello.
how's it going, everybody? So we're going to do a video today just about some positive things to do for your marriage. But just before we get into that, I just wanted to talk a little bit about just letting you guys know and understand that we certainly do not have everything all together. This is like take number 4 on this video because the first one I didn't actually hit record and we talked for about 30 minutes. So
45 minutes
that
even.
was fun. Kids were coming in and interrupting and different things, and so the point here is of these videos is to try to provide encouragement and just some small steps, small things you can do to just make incremental steps towards getting better in your marriage. And then hopefully as we move along, maybe we'll get into some bigger things as well. But just right now, I think the basic idea is just try to encourage you. So the first encouragement here is that you don't have to have it all together. We certainly don't have it all together. We've had plenty of troubles to speak of in our marriage.
We had about 4 or 5 fights before, disagreements,
arguing over
discussions
how where the
before
camera
this video.
should be, how I was slouching too much, all these different things. We had to have our matching coffee cups. So they don't.
Which we didn't.
They're matching patterns, not
We compromised.
yeah. So anyway, just a little start of just starting with a little encouragement there. You don't have to have it all together. That's not what this is about. This is about starting from where you're at and working to improve, which is what we're trying to do as well. So anyway, we're going to talk about just some positive things, not exhausted by any stretch of the imagination, some positive things to do for your marriage. So take it away, Karis. What's number 1 here?
Well, I was going to say if you can only do one thing, one part of one thing, do that. If you're at the place in your marriage where you're like, all right, we can do all this, we can do everything, great. If you're not, the baby step of just we can do a little tiny bit of this one thing, or we can attempt one, whatever, just baby step it if you have to. So we wanted to have this kind of as a conversational video, but we wanted to talk about some
it's a conversational video.
Yes.
This is not a list.
Yes, we're having a conversation.
There might have been some prior discussion about this.
We won't use any numbers. You won't know which number we're on. But
all right, so go ahead. What's number 1?
Just it's manners, using good manners. We're gonna give examples of good manners, being kind to each other.
Yeah.
But really, a positive things to do in your manners. Use manners. Be polite. Be kind. My mom's book from the 1950s. It's a little golden book. Has these creepy little animals in it. They are very creepy. Yeah. It's like a warthog and this creepy warthog bear.
Well, we could show it sometime. Some of the creepy artwork.
It is creepy, but it's about manners, using good manners, and nothing says good manners like a warthog. So, but the part I love in that book is it says good manners make you nice to be around. So we feel like a positive thing. And again, if you need to baby step it and you're just going to practice saying please, then practice saying please. Otherwise, you can jump all in and really use some good manners and make yourself easy to get along. We had this kind of discussion to talk about manners. Do you when you come home to your house, do you just kick back, relax, do everything the way you want it to be, just let it all hang out there, picking your nose, burping, pooping with the door open,
passing gas in front of each other,
tooting, as we say for the kids.
So that's kind of one end of the spectrum of very, very little amount of manners, and then the opposite end would just be being overly stuffy. You come in and being very formal and you're not maybe having a lot of joking or silliness or that kind of thing. So kind of those two ends of the spectrum there. So
you may be very easy to get along with because you're being so polite. Maybe you can joke, but you're being very, very polite and kind of rigid, and you don't feel at ease. Everyone else is easy. They're easy to get along with you because you're acting so you know, kind and polite, but you feel very uncomfortable because you're not relaxing at all. So
Yeah.
we kind of felt like you need to find that middle ground. Be polite, say please and thank you, use good manners, don't interrupt each other, don't yell. But you can have a bad day, you can, you know, be yourself a little bit, you can feel comfortable, but you're keeping those manners. And we talked about, you know, it is sort of a boundaries issue, and we'll talk more about boundaries on another video because it's huge. Boundaries, huge.
Apparently
Huge.
it's really big.
I mean, it is. Boundaries are really big things. So,
So you need to find out, you know, what's going to work for you. You know, which end of the spectrum, or you know, I mean, there's room. I think there's room in there, but you want to find something that you're comfortable with, but where you still feel like you're treating each other well, and exercising manners and setting a good example, even if you don't have children yet, because when that time comes, they're going to do what you do. So if you toot at the dinner table, they're going to toot at the dinner table, and they'll probably go over to their friend's house and toot at the dinner table because they think, oh, well, this is what we do at my house. So you got to think about those kind of things, the precedents you want to set, and you know, just going back to what you said about it's make you easy to be around, or what was it you said?
nice to be around.
Yeah, manners make you nice to be around. Just when they do studies of highly successful people, that's one of the common threads they find is that, you know, a lot of millionaires and billionaires, very well-mannered people, very easy to be around, very gracious. So, you know, it is a stepping stone to success. Just personally, I think certainly in your marriage and in your family. So
Yeah, and it can be easy with kids to yell at them to not do this, tell them don't do this, you all need to do that, but we encourage you to just set those examples and they'll copy and just
full disclosure, we've learned very clearly, probably me more than her, that I can't just say do as I say and not as I do. I've tried that, and it doesn't. They'll do what you do. So if you're not practicing good manners, then they're going to follow that example, regardless of what you say. So
can't yell at them to not yell. You have to talk quietly and set that example.
Yeah.
And flowing in from this, you know, a good place to practice the manners are at the dinner table, and that was another positive that we wanted to talk about. Something positive to do is eat dinner as a family.
Sans telephones.
Yes.
I think we did
not
not think of that. We didn't think of that because it's really not an issue for us. We're older people, and we're not addicted to our phones like